No Harvard, but I was a scholar. Hard knocks, and I learned to be smarter. Don't prefer to be bothered. You get if I order. That's word to my father. I will for my mother. Deal with my brothers. Keep it real, real. Don't talk with no. Plus I duck under covers. Gotta stay on this mission. Got a vision that's endless. They told me don't be a menace. They gon' serve me a sentence. But now I'm up in the illest that did it. Get the cream look. Drop it in it. Give a lot of opinions. I'm just minding my business. If I'm grinding, I'm shining. Don't got time for the gimmicks. Squad, I'm it. 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 Squad. Back to square one. It's hard to square up. Everybody got come. Mama cries, dead sons. Lord, please bless them. Back to the party. I'm just pouring my. Don't give face that before.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The second meeting of the year on tap here between these two fierce AFC rivals. These teams know each other very well, and that only serves to stoke the flames of what is always a heated battle. It's the Steelers going up against the Ravens.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. So a collective holding of breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. And all eyes now on the backup quarterback as he'll duck under center. Flacco. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? the better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Flacco to throw again on second down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Daniel McCullers with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Flacco looks to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now Brown. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a 1st. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the 1st quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Vasquez. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back to throw now on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Shazier leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack.
Let's go! 3-19!
They'll look to throw here. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard, right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got it 1st and 10 inside their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
In motion left comes Bryant. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Vontaze Burfict coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 33. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try pressure advantage.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And his throw here's incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it with Collins. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, it's Collins. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Baltimore after this. Here's a first down run with Collins. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Forced out to his left. The left side caught by Diggs. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. Out left side here to Bryant. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. In the red zone this time. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now it's Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20, 10, 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here's Roethlisberger. Going deep here for Bryant. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Going deep here for Bryant. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. They'll begin the drive with Collins. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Fresh set of downs here. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Vasquez. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 23 yards on the play.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Back to throw here. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
So they don't get a touchdown here on this opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You've got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Slot man moves right. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again. Vontaze Burfict getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, 3rd quarter in Denver. The Broncos, they're continuing to pour it on. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd down, Collins. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Go, 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 run.
The Ravens on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Collins, and he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So 2nd and 10 here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Drops it underneath for Collins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. So they're on the 5-yard line here, 2nd down and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. Throw left side complete. That's Bryant. And it's Roethlisberger, their captain. He's the one who's still down on the ground here. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They run the counter now on 1st down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And some room to maneuver. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass. And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising. Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10. Conversely, defense has done a good job on 1st and 2nd down. The coverage has been draped. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around? We'll see what they do. 23 yards on the play. Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Dobbs now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better. And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better. On play action, it's Dobbs. Shelling through the defense. Now he'll escape to his left. He completes it to Bryant. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A nice gain of 21 yards. They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go.
Now Dobbs. His throw caught at about the 5. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line now.
Let's go.
And again this time to the tailback. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Brown, the lone receiver, left. On second down, Dobbs. And that'll be incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And it's third down and goal from the 4. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They come out here in the eye. Now they try the right side here. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Set. B-19.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
A give right to Collins. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 19 yards that time for number 19. That one looks like he'll throw here. Man open left side, it's Williams. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Shift together here from the D-line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Caught left side, Williams. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Ravens, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.